Now, Pat McCabe is here with me. Good morning, Pat.
Good morning, Declan, and I love the show as well.
Very good, yeah, except you've got a twinkle in your eye. But anyway, I'll ignore that. Pat, you are chairman of Blood Bike East. So what exactly, remind us about Blood Bike East?
Yeah, well, I mean, Blood Bike East is a free service to the hospitals, and we deliver blood and scans and CDs and x-rays and breast milk as well to all the hospitals in Dublin and surrounding areas. And I was here with you 2 years ago. April 2013. We were just the morning of our launch nearly, and we've grown exponentially since then. We're now at the stage of doing 200 runs a month.
We're all on motorbikes, bringing things around.
Absolutely, for free for the hospitals. Previously done by ambulance, by taxi, things like that. We do it for nothing. Keep the savings in the hospitals.
How did it start?
It started in the UK in the 60s and has been going since. And they've been at it now since then. We started in Galway, first of all, in 2012, and then it spread over here. And it's gone everywhere now. There's Cork, there's Limerick, Galway, Cavan, and Donegal. It's spreading all over the country. The savings to be made, huge savings for the hospitals.
Right, but there's time and there's fuel. So
there's time and there's
how do you
fuel,
work it out?
and there's bums on seats on cold nights and things like that. We have a great crowd of volunteers, and apart from volunteering to ride the bikes, one of the most important parts is out shaking buckets and corporate sponsorship and things like that. Now, we have a big fundraiser coming up on tomorrow and Saturday in Bloomfields in Dunleary, but we roughly volunteer or collect once a month. So if people can show their support, come along, throw a couple of quid in the bucket, that's what keeps us going. That's what keeps petrol in the tanks. There's no administration, there's no staff. It's all 100% goes back to running bikes. I mean, you have 200 runs a month. We have 3 bikes on every night. So that's petrol, tyres, brakes, and everything involved in keeping bikes on the road.
Even in the frosty weather.
Yeah, even in the frosty weather, we're very careful about our conditions we let our riders out in. But no, they monitor it very well. They're all advanced riders. They can't just go on an ordinary licence. They have advanced qualifications, so they're fairly handy at what they do.
Okay, so describe some of the runs that you make.
Well, I mean, we do typical runs. We do a lot of breast milk for premature babies is a big one. It sort of slips in under the radar. Babies that are born prematurely, mothers can't produce milk by the fact they're born prematurely. The mothers aren't ready. So they have to get milk from the Human Milk Bank in Enniskillen. And that one bank serves the whole 32 counties.
Tell me that again?
Yeah.
I've never heard of this.
Yeah, neither had we. It's been an education for all us biker.
So there's this a Human Milk
Bank. Yes, yeah. Pregnant or mothers who have just produced, generally within the first 6 months of their baby. That's the best type of milk. They store the milk, they freeze it, they send it up to the breast milk clinic in Enniskillen. They pasteurize it, they check it for bugs, they do whatever is necessary, and then that is distributed to the hospitals. So you would have a mother who goes in and gives birth prematurely and isn't ready to produce milk. The baby has to have breast milk. You can't have formula. So that's what we do. We would often get a very urgent call that a hospital, but by its nature it's premature, the hospitals can't keep a stock of this.
So from the 3 maternity hospitals in Dublin,
correct,
a call goes out and says, a woman has given birth early, there's no expression of milk, so we need this stuff.
Correct, yeah. So
and on the bike you go.
We coordinate with our colleagues in Cavan. They collect it from Enniskillen. We meet them in Cavan, and then we distribute it to one of the 3 maternity hospitals.
Wow.
Or we are a link in sending it to Cork. We did one to Cork 2 nights ago. Milk had to go to Cork. That's the only way to get it there.
That's something I've never heard about. I'm sure a lot of people haven't heard about that, but
no,
fair play.
And I would ask, the lady in the breast milk clinic is always asking any mothers that are out there that have babies or are due to have babies, if they sign up with the breast milk clinic, there's always a shortage of breast milk in Ireland, and it's the only thing that can be given to premature babies. So sign up with the breast milk clinic. You'll get all their information is on their website and their Facebook page, and it serves the whole 32 counties. You'll be doing a fantastic service to a mother and a baby who can't produce that milk.
Okay, so Pat McQuaid is here and Pat McCabe, and the idea is, they basically run this network of motorbikes which go to all these different places and pick up these things that are necessary for life, but of course they need the money to get the fuel and indeed to keep and service those motorbikes. So the fundraising is coming up this weekend. Other things you've been up to then, blood as well, you rush that between places.
We move blood, we move tests, we move scans. I mean, we work with all the hospitals in Dublin, from Beaumont out on the other side out to Loughlinstown this side and Michael's and everything in between, and they keep us all very busy. And I mean, even in the hospital, you have a lot of satellite clinics connected to hospitals. So 200 runs, the lads are on the bikes, and ladies. We've lady riders as well.
And
So,
what sort of containers are these?
oh, there's special containers for transporting it by road that have an absorbent sleeve in it and things like that. It's specially packed to comply with what's called UN 3373. And our bikes it fits in the bikes safely and sound.
Right, and this used to be, they used to have to get an ambulance or taxis. And
Oh,
things,
we have done several runs now for are very urgent, where they would have called an ambulance prior to us being available. When I say us, I mean countrywide as groups. It would have been done by ambulance. So we would do, and I mean, if you can think of an ambulance driving from one hospital to another with a vial of blood, it's just a waste of resources. So we do that now. That keeps the ambulance what it should be doing. Emergency cases.
Fantastic, Pat. The website is what?
It's bloodbikeeast.ie. And we're also on Facebook as well. You can find all our details there. And anybody wishes to volunteer, we'll be at the bike show, the motorbike show, at the end of this month. Come and visit us on the Access stand. We'll have application forms, and any questions people want to ask, we'll have answers.
Right, how many riders have you got at the moment?
About 75, roughly speaking. And we've a few lady riders, so if any more lady riders want to get on their bikes and
Do you have to
give
have
us
a bike
dig
to
out.
start?
No, we provide the bikes. The bikes
Do
are all
you as
marked
well?
up. Yeah. There's certain criteria you have to qualify. You have to be over a certain age and certain years' experience. But we can explain all that to people when they get in touch.
Great, and the fundraisers?
Fundraiser is tomorrow and Saturday in Bloomfields. We're in Dundrum then in March. And keep an eye on our website and our Facebook. We're on every month. So as I said, that's what keeps the petrol in the tanks. That's what keeps us on the road.
Right, it's great service by the sound of it, you know. Fantastic. And I haven't heard about that breast milk before. That's a great idea.
an education.
So there's a breast milk human bank.
In Enniskillen.
In Enniskillen.
Yeah.
For the whole...
For the whole 32
territory
counties. She supplies the whole of
island,
Ireland.
yeah. Wow. A texter here says, human milk for human babies? Now, there's a thought. It's the only thing that should be given to any human baby. Giving animal milk to human babies is just crazy. Well, I suppose you can't do it. Can
You can't do a premature, no.
No. And you can't do the formula.
No.
Fantastic.
No.
For that alone, that's great. Okay. Pat McCabe, thanks very much indeed.
Not at all.
And Pat is from this, you better say it, Pat, it's from...
Blood Bike East.
Blood Bike East, okay? And that's the website to check it out. Thanks very much indeed.